What does it take to create our own reality? So, to create our own reality takes persistence. It takes awareness. It takes process. And it takes power over your thoughts and your emotions. And so I'll explain to you how all of those play a role in creating your reality in this video. First of all, what do I mean by creating your own reality? What do I mean by that? Well, I mean simply that. To actually create your world, your reality, your physical reality. And for some of you watching this may be a little hard to grasp. Some of you might know a little of this, and some of you might believe in this completely, and yet maybe you are struggling to be able to create your own reality. The first question should be, how hard is it, or how easy is it to create your own reality? Well, in past years, it was easier. Whenever there was less chaos going on in this earth, it was easier to create our own reality because we had less energies that were impeding us or knocking us down. There were less things to distract our focus, which allowed us to be more intent and to be able to maintain our focus, because that's what it takes in order to really, truly create your own reality. The more static there is, the less clear the picture is. And so you may want to ask yourself, what is causing static in my life today that is disallowing me from creating the reality that I so dearly desire? Because there is nothing wrong with desiring a particular reality, whatever reality that may be, so long as it's for the highest good of yourself and others that it impacts. There is nothing wrong to be able to want to desire more. There is nothing wrong to want more, to feel like you deserve more, because you do deserve. You deserve everything you want. You deserve everything that you would like to achieve. Again, so long as it's for the highest good of yourself, your friends, your family, and others. And for you to create that reality takes a process, a persistent process. The saying goes, and I don't know if it was Abraham Hicks or who coined the phrase, but we attract what we feel, not what we want. So think about that for a moment. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, there's two things that are happening here. Number one, you're noticing a difference in my messaging. Number two, you also know that I focus a lot on vibration, frequency. Everything is frequency. Everything is resonance. Everything is vibration. We are, for all intent and purposes, energy that is vibrating at a certain speed that is creating the cells in our blood, in our body. Everything is light. Everything is, in essence, a hologram. And depending on the vibrational character, how dense it is, creates who we are and what our reality is. So in order to attract, like attracts like. So what does that have to do with creating our reality? Well, we attract what we feel. We do not attract what we want. So you have to get yourself in a state of feeling an emotional resonance, homeostasis of the mind, heart, and body, a constant vibrational character that causes you to feel a certain way, and that feeling has to match what it is that you truly desire, what reality it is that you are trying to create. And so if you are experiencing a life of chaos, if you're experiencing a life of much stress, anxiety, then it's no coincidence that you feel that way on a regular basis. And so if you shift consciously the way that you feel, if you focus your mind, your thoughts, if you focus your heart on good feelings, on things that are higher vibrational characters of love and gratitude, joy, happiness. If you focus and if you keep yourself, if you're aware of your state, so many people are not aware of the state that they are in. There is such a deeply embedded autopilot program that is happening in your life that you're not allowing yourself to be aware of how you're feeling. Or you're just thinking that this is just a norm when it is not a norm. The norm is what you choose your norm to be. And so if you're aware of your emotional state and your emotional vibration, then you can change it. And when you change it on a regular basis, maybe starting with a morning practice, ending your day with a morning practice, keeping tabs on how you feel throughout the day, and then having a quick go-to practice that will raise your vibration, raise your emotional state, get it back in line to where you want it to be. If you do this, then you will attract all of those things in this world that match the way you feel. Your constant, your most dominant vibrational character is what is the most powerful attractor of your reality. So you may have good days, you may have really bad days, but what is the majority of your feeling? What is that majority? What is that we'll call baseline, normal, energetic feeling that you have? When you fully come conscious in the morning, do you wake up with a knot in your stomach? Do you wake up with discomfort in your chest? Do you wake up with a racing mind of all of the things you have to get done? Because if that's how you wake up, then that's what you're going to attract that day. And so if you create certain characters, a gratitude session, a short breathing session, a short meditative practice, maybe some exercise, if you create practices, it could be drawing, it could be art, it could be singing, it could be creating music, playing the guitar, the drums, whatever it is. Being creative is an expression of source energy, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. Creative energy is being creative. Drawing, art, painting, gardening, crafting, knitting, whatever it is, that is an expression of source energy. So when you do that, you allow that energy to flow through you, which is why you always feel good when you do it. So you can establish a practice to change the way that you feel, because our feelings come from our heart, and our heart carries the highest, the most powerful electromagnetic field of all of the organs in our body. And our heart is what puts out this EMF field, which manipulates and changes the matter in our world, which therefore attracts what it is that we feel, whatever that character, right? Think of it as a magnet. But yet that magnet is tuned into to attract only a particular thing. And so if you're low vibrational, if you're constantly feeling stress, anxiety, fear, scarcity, what if, how, I don't know, then you're going to attract all of those things, right? You're essentially a shit magnet. And on the transverse, or on the vice versa, if you're mostly attracting or thinking or feeling, you know, it's a great day, I'm happy for this day. There might be crazy shit going on in this world, but I don't have to partake in that. Because I love this day, and I love myself, and I love the people that I live with. And I'm going to make the most of this day. And if you wake up every day feeling that way, showing gratitude for some fresh air that you're able to breathe in, showing gratitude for the family that you have, for the things that you have, no matter how little or no matter how much, then that changes the vibrational character of your heart. And your heart is our magnet. That changes that frequency. It changes it from a particle wave to a standing wave character. And it brings in those things. It's a less dense frequency. So how do you change your own reality? Well, you attract what you feel, not what you want. Because you could want abundance, you could want a new home, you could want more money, you could want all these things that you think are going to bring you freedom. But if you don't, and you may very well work very hard to achieve those things, but if you are not feeling gratitude, happiness, love, bliss, peace here in your heart, while you achieve those things, you will sit in them for a moment, but the joy you feel will be temporary. Because you've attracted certain types of physical things that do not bring lasting changes in your life. And the change comes from within. So whenever you focus on changing the vibrational character of your heart, what is the feeling of my heart? What am I feeling right now? Am I feeling stressed? Am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling perturbed, confused? Am I feeling fearful? Am I feeling like I don't have enough? Am I feeling like I need to have more? Then ask yourself why you're feeling that way. And then ask yourself, what can I do to change that feeling? See, for me, it's very easy and it's a very simple thing. If I'm having a challenging feeling day, which is what I'll call them, then I just think about my dog. I think about Chloe. Even now, she makes me smile. Her beautiful little ears and her whiskers and her whiteness that she's achieved over the years. And the way that she just always shows love, no matter what. Always loyal, always happy, always wanting to be by my side. And that makes me happy. And no matter what I'm going through, that can bring a smile on my face. So for you, it could be your child, it could be your mother, it could be your wife, it could be your daughter, your son. It could be a plant that you've nurtured. It could be a painting that you've made. It could be anything. All that matters is that it changes this vibrational character in your heart. And it brings you joy. And if you focus on that thing, if you take the time to focus on that thing, and then you do intentional breathing, while focusing on that. And you essentially just breathe that feeling in. And what you're doing is you're saturating all of the cells in your body with that vibrational character of oxygen, which is then changing the frequency resonance of the cellular structure of your body. And you are raising your vibration. And I promise you, if you practice that for 5 or 10 minutes every morning, you literally will feel lighter. And it'll set your day off in a great way. And if this is something that you practice 2 or 3 times a day, and you are persistent about it, then you will quite literally become a different person. People will begin to see changes within you. You will become irritable less often. You'll be able to handle bigger shifts and contrasts in your life because your baseline has been raised to a higher, more beneficial frequency and balance. And that is how you change your reality. Because again, for the 3rd time, you attract what you feel, not what you want. And so whenever you find yourself in this vibrational character, when you do these practices, that's a really good time to visualize what it is that you want. What is this world of yours that you want to create? Because you are all powerful. You are the creator of your world. You have to believe in that first. And whenever you are feeling love and gratitude and happiness for everything that's going on in your life, or for just one thing that happened in your life that made you smile, take advantage of that feeling and visualize. What is it that you want? Do you want freedom? Do you want to live in nature? Do you want to travel? Do you want to volunteer more? Do you want to help more? What is it that you want to do that you're not doing right now? Think of that. Paint a picture in your mind's eye of what that is. So much so that you can taste it. You can experience it. Match that feeling that you have in your heart. Use that feeling that you've created of love, gratitude, joy, bliss, happiness, laughter. Connect it to that visual character that you're creating in your mind, and do that on a regular basis. And I promise you, your life will change. Your reality will change. It's just a simple law of the universe. And so I wanted to share that with you. That is how you change your reality. Again, for the 4th time, we do not attract what we want. We attract what we feel. So my question to you is, have you been feeling what it is that you're trying to attract? And if not, I urge you to try some of these practices. Do a self-awareness journal. Be aware, become hyper-aware of your feeling, your states, how that is affecting your day, and then be intentional to change it. And as you do change it, it'll become easier because you'll then be rewiring neural pathways in your mind. You'll be recreating the filter, the reticular activation system, the way that you see the world, and you'll begin to see things differently. And as you begin to see things differently, you'll begin to create a new world. All right, I hope this helped you. And again, take what resonates with you, implement it in your life, ponder on it, and you can discard the rest. Have a great evening.